Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So Bitcoin is looking better once again. It looked like we had another slight fake out, and that is what the whales are trying to do. In September, there's only a few days left, and they're trying to scare you away from your financial freedom, from your wealth. And I know a lot of you guys are not falling for it, and that is fantastic. But tonight I have a few more things to show you guys why Bitcoin is the clear winner and why you need to focus, you need to stay in the game because nothing is close. So, thanks for tuning in. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news articles and guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Things are looking good again, just like last night, but a little bit better. So I told you guys how we had whalish games going on, some manipulation going on. You could see that the whales trying to drive Bitcoin below 41 just isn't happening. The bears, they're trying to push lower, and the bulls like, nah. So this 41K is holding very, very well, and this reminds me a lot of this back a few months ago when the bears and the whales tried to do their best to break below 28, 29. Didn't happen. We're on a smaller time frame. I mean, look at this. This was so long, right? This was months and months. Right now, it's just like such a small time frame, but it reminds me a lot like that. But why I think there's whales that's at play right now is because you could see all of a sudden you have a sudden drop, right? Out of nowhere. That's not natural. What that does is scare the bejesus out of people. Well, I should say not everyone. Retail investors. It's meant to do that. And as soon as this happened, boom, we have a good recovery to 43,000. Let's see if it can build from there. You know what's funny about this is I've been talking to you about or telling you about Plan B's prediction, the floor or the lowest price, I guess, where Bitcoin will end by the end of the month. He predicted, this is back in June, that we would have pretty much a floor price or a low of 47 at the end of August. That happened. He predicted 43,000 for end of September, and look at where we are right now. 43,000, right? Close to it. And we have one more day left. And guess what his next prediction is? 63,000 by the end of October. Then 90-something thousand by the end of November, and 135,000 by December. So is the man a genius? Is he a fortune teller? Is he a time traveler? Because, man, these predictions are coming true. Or maybe he just knows something. Maybe the stock to flow model does predict these kind of things. So we are really, really close to his prediction. But ultimately, I've been telling you guys, there's whale game going on. People may not believe me. People may, I see in the comments people say, oh, George, all you do is blame the whales. Well, but it's duh. What do you think is happening? Right? When you look at this and you see that the Bitcoin reserves keeps dropping lower on the exchanges, and then you see the price drop, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Because you have retail investors that keep buying and holding more. You have wallet addresses that keep increasing in terms of their BTC value, which means they're buying. And you notice that the big boys are still buying. So if there's so many people buying, why is the price not moving? Well, then it's obvious because there's whale manipulation. I mean, you put 2 and 2 together. What else can it be, right? So some people refuse to believe. Some people want to see things negatively. The half glass empty just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If you put 1 and 1 together or 2 plus 2 together, you'll see that Bitcoin is doing just fine. It's going to go much higher, and there is no reason to be panicking. which is what I've been saying to you guys for the past few days. Do not panic. Continue to focus on the future. So tonight, I said that Bitcoin is the clear winner. Nothing is close. And this was posted from my good friend Rob of Digital Asset News. And you know what's deceiving about this is? You can see this is comparing to some of the biggest companies on Earth. And had you invested $100 10 years ago, this is how much you would have today. Now, if you look at the right side, you'll see that starting from bottom like Alibaba, so you only basically doubled in the last 10 years, right? And then you go up to like Amazon, and then that means you would have made, what, $3,200. So your 100 became 3,300. But there's a huge gap between Amazon and Bitcoin. $100 10 years ago would have netted you $9.2 million today, okay? 9.2. So you would be almost in 8 figures just by investing $100. Okay, think about that. Nothing is close. Nothing is close. And I believe the performance of Bitcoin will still be like that going forward, right? I honestly think Bitcoin, even as big as it is now at 40+ thousand, this is only the beginning. 100,000 will be around the corner. After that, we're going to see some FOMO. 200, 300,000 could be right after that. Sure, we'll have corrections, but then we'll continue further. 300,000 will become 500,000. 500,000 becomes 750,000. 750,000 will become a million. It may take some time. May take another 10 years. May take 20 years. But nothing out there will outperform Bitcoin. With the exception of maybe a few altcoins. But here's the thing though. If you ask me, George, which crypto will last? Right? Which crypto will be around in the next 10 years? I know 100% that Bitcoin will be around. But do I know 100% that Ethereum will be around? Maybe, but I think maybe in 10 years, it could be replaced with something. But who knows? Maybe it will be around. Maybe something else, Cardano will be around. Maybe Solana will be around. And maybe they have a small chance of retaining their lead, and maybe they have a small chance of outperforming Bitcoin. But when compared to gold, when compared to any commodity, precious metals, and even tech companies, I think nothing will come close to outperforming Bitcoin, even from here on out. So that's why you want to stay in the game. Too many people, they think Bitcoin is too big. There's nowhere it could go. Oh, trust me, there is still a lot of room to grow. So there you go. This is what I mean by it's clear winner. By a long shot, it's not even close, and it will continue to be the clear winner. And I already showed you guys this. The reserves keep dropping and dropping and dropping. This is fantastic. Also, you know what? I don't know how TechDev does this, but he's like zooming in more and more and more. So he's looking at September timeframe, like right around now, back in 2017, and you could see basically the 5 tops. Starting from July, August, September, and then boom, that's when October hit and things started going up. And I can't, it's so similar. I can't discount the fact that what we're seeing right now in 2021, these 5 tops is almost identical. It's like a week off. That's how close it is. You look at these numbers, these are 1 week off from the 2017 numbers. Actually, not even a week, about 6 days off. But you could see the similarities. Is this Wyckoff? Is this some other game that's being played right now? That is very, very similar. So, if history repeats, if it rhymes, we will see a fantastic upward movement starting in October and moving into December. And that is what I'm waiting for. I mean, that's really eerie, right? I mean, just look at it. It's almost identical. I bet if you laid it on top of each other, it would be very, very close. All right, what else is there? Well, this is also very positive. I've been hearing a lot about Affirm recently. And this is a company I think a lot of you guys don't realize, but they're all over the place. When you're buying something, and then, I don't know, you're buying on Amazon, you're buying on Walmart, wherever you're buying, on Target online, you're buying anywhere online, eBay online, you'll tend to see that there's like a payment plan option. And most of that is offered by a firm. So they're basically, it's almost just basically like a lending project, a lending company, basically. It's almost like a credit card, right? So there's thousands to millions of people that are using this to basically delay their payments. But this company is now going to offer crypto buying and selling. So this is very, very big. I've been hearing a lot about this because there's a lot of stock investors that's going all gung-ho about a firm recently, saying that they're a fantastic project to get into. But I like them even more now since they will allow customers to buy directly from their savings account Bitcoin and other crypto. That's fantastic. That's millions and millions and millions of users. See, the on-ramp for Bitcoin and crypto buying now is so much more plentiful now these days versus 2017 even. The on-ramp is just unimaginably bigger. You have now a firm, you have PayPal, you have Cash, you have Robinhood. I mean, everything you could think of in a traditional exchanges, they're all around helping people to get it. Even Visa is working with banks to allow bank customers to buy crypto. I mean, the on-ramp is so vast now. Just imagine when FOMO hits, how easy it'll be for anyone to start buying Bitcoin. That's awesome. That's awesome. What else? Here's another on-ramp. Bank of America ATM now is going to offer Ethereum. So the appetite for Ethereum is definitely there. You have thousands to tens of thousands of Bitcoin ATMs out there, and now some of them will be offering Ethereum. Interesting. So when FOMO hits, this will definitely help out. Doug Johnson says 1.27 gigawatts. And let's see what else is there. I agree that whales are controlling the price, but with such short supply, what do we think is going to stop whale consolidation? Nothing. They're going to continue to do so. They're going to continue to play whalish game and buy the dips, right? And cause fear. But as the market gap gets bigger and bigger and bigger, the control starts loosening it. And they're going to have less and less control over volatility and so forth. So let's just go be the name of the game. Okay, see, look, Bitcoin's above 43 again. Nice. All right, Ethereum. Well, at least according to Polygon's co-founder, Ethereum could one day replace Bitcoin as the leading crypto network. Maybe, as long as they continue to execute, come out Ethereum 2.0 and move forward, they could definitely challenge Bitcoin in the future. But they have to execute and they have to keep going. And of course, some of you guys may read this and feel like, well, Ethereum is competing with Bitcoin. No, it's not. Ethereum is meant to be a operating system. ETH is meant to be a utility, a digital crypto for payments and for transfers. And there's a lot of reasons to use Ethereum. And it's very different than Bitcoin. Bitcoin primarily is a store of value, but you can use it for payments. But right now, most people are treating it as store of value. So as the two evolve and get bigger, I don't see them competing. But can this happen? Sure, it can happen. And the last thing I want to talk about is, of course, inflation. I saw this, and this is a perfect example of inflation. Even though some of you guys may laugh at this and say, oh, who cares about Dollar Tree? But Dollar Tree and dollar stores, the draw to them is everything is $1. Okay, now Dollar Tree basically admitted that they can't keep things at $1 anymore. They need to raise the price. Okay, why do you think that's happening? Because everything is so damn expensive. Inflation is going up and up and up. Even Chairman Powell says inflation is frustrating and sees it running into next year. Really? Just next year? And that's it? He says inflation will ease eventually. But how can it ease when the government keeps printing trillions more? The infrastructure bill is $1.2 billion. And this reconsolidation bill that they're trying to tack on is another $3.5 trillion. That's almost another $5 trillion that's going to be printed and minted and handed out, even though there's some disagreements right now whether or not that reconsolidation bill will really be tacked on. But still, we're getting trillions and trillions and trillions. Of course, there's going to be inflation. So this thing about how it's only going to run into 2022 and taper off, that just doesn't seem right, which is why so many billionaires and hedge funds and venture capitalists, they're getting into Bitcoin because they're not buying gold anymore. They're buying Bitcoin. And something else, it seems like there's some people that's talking about the U.S. defaulting. So there's another agenda right now to basically, get rid of the debt ceiling. Because if that doesn't happen, then I don't know. The U.S. government will default. And I don't even know what that means. I really don't want to know what that means. It doesn't sound very good at all. So that's something else that's going on. So there's a lot of stuff that's being debated right now. Not only the infrastructure bill, but also this debt ceiling and how, one side wants to get rid of it, another side does not. And we'll see what happens. If the U.S. defaults, the bonds are probably going to turn negative. I mean, it's A+++ or whatever. Maybe it becomes a B or something. I don't know. I'm not an economist. I can't really speak to this, but it does not sound very good. But some people have asked me, is this good for Bitcoin? It possibly could be good for Bitcoin as people realize, well, maybe the guys in charge aren't really suited to be in charge. And maybe they don't know as much as we give them credit for. So we will see. We will see. All right. Overall, because Bitcoin is now coming up around 43,000, a lot of the altcoins are coming up. This morning, there was just a few coins in green. Now there's a lot of coins in green. Binance coin is still doing well, still trying to recover. It's been really weak as of late. I told you guys that. But you have other great movers like Polkadot today that's moving up 5%. XRP even moving up 5% because their announcement, 250 million being funded into an NFT, what is it? What do you call it? It's just like a fund. It's like a fund. So they go fund a lot of NFT projects and artists and creators. You have Avalanche that's coming up pretty well. Even Chainlink, Matic. I mean, everything is coming up, right? This is looking pretty good. So again, this is why I stress DCA, dollar cost average, buy things when they are low, and that is the name of the game. It really is. It really is. And some people still refuse to believe that, but that's really it. And today's actually DCA day. Today's actually DCA day. But before I get into that, before I DCA my portfolio, I do have a new sponsor for today. And it's one that you guys know of. I've shared this before, and it's a great way to make passive income. And that is with GoMining. So GoMining is actually a full-fledged, yes, you could see that, professional mining company with a large amount of miners. Yes, over 200 megawatts worth of miners that's running. Now, they are a new way to earn passive income because you're not buying cloud mining, you're not renting time. You simply buy a token that's backed by hash power. Yeah, it's a very interesting concept, and you get paid daily. So right now they have 254 megawatts or megawatts, terahashes. I don't know why I said megawatts. They're not a DeLorean or a mining or nuclear power plant. 254 terahashes. No, mega hashes. And they paid out about 1.1 BTC yesterday. Everything is trackable. They have about 3,800 GMT holders, and they break it up very easily. So right here, 1 GMT, 1 token equals this much terahash, and you get paid daily. And what they do is they release more tokens based on new mining power that they add to the infrastructure. So every time there's more miners being added, they add more tokens, but they do introduce token burning at their discretion. Every week they actually take some tokens and burn it to kind of offset the new GMTs that gets added and put into supply. So it kind of counters that in a way. So really, that's what GoMining is. They're like a new form of mining or Bitcoin mining where you're not buying your own equipment. You're not buying cloud mining where you're just basically renting time. You're really buying a crypto that is back to hash power, and you're earning the equivalency of Bitcoin, right, by holding on to GMT tokens. It's an interesting concept. Recently also, GMT has been added onto Treasure and Ledger for those of you guys that use hardware wallets, so storing it is also not a problem. Also, they are giving me a discount code or promo code that's in the description of this video. If you use it within the next 30 days, your rewards will be doubled according to GoMining. All right, so if you want to check them out, all their links are in the description of this video. All right, now moving on. DCA Time. DCA Time. Oh, I did not log in. Oh boy, shame on me. Let me log in here. All right, here we go. All right, so despite the fact that Bitcoin and the market went down, right? Look at it. It's still holding very well. This is how impressive it is. Look at, because we just come up a little bit, last 30 days, only down 3%. That seems unbelievable. That seems unbelievable. But if you look at this allocation right here, I mean, I picked some winners. So I started with $5,000. I've been DCAing $100 for about 5 to 6 weeks now, maybe a little bit more. Right, so I think my total average maybe is about 5,600, 5,700, right? And despite all the volatility, still up a $3,200. That, if you calculate, that's still like a 40% gain. That's with our recent dip. So that's why DCA and having patience works. I did not try to day trade this. I did not try to swing trade it. Everything I have in here, I left alone, and that's the whole purpose of showing this to you guys. And I'm gonna keep doing this every Wednesday night, every Wednesday, $100. Either I'm buying into something I have already or buying into a new project, and then we'll see what it is at the end of the year. I really would not be surprised the way things are going. If Bitcoin goes up triple by the end of this year, you know, this total value will be clearly above 30,000. It'll be probably like 50, 60, $70,000. It may seem unbelievable, but let's see. Let's see what happens. So today I do have another $100 I need to put in. So looking at the last 7 days, what is the weakest in my portfolio? Constellation's pretty weak. BPro's pretty weak. Arweave has been really, really weak. Interesting enough. Solana actually hasn't done that badly. Solana's only down 5%, so Arweave is kind of interesting. VeChain has been down. Cosmos, Theta, what is that? Illuvium, which is NFT play. You know what? I'm going to put some into... Where's Ecomi? I put it in Ecomi last week, didn't I? Yeah, I put it in 2 weeks ago. Since trade is still up for 15%. Phantom has come down a little bit. Yeah, I added Phantom last week. So... You know what? I'm going to put into Ecomi. I'm going to put in Ecomi. The reason being, they are moving to Ethereum soon. They're moving to Immutable X, which is a layer 2 for Ethereum. I think that could be fantastic for them because right now they're stuck on a chain that's basically a dead chain. But I think they're going to do very well. So I'm going to do $100 and then we'll divide by 0.0052. That is another 19,230 into, so I'm going to add them. Deposits, OMI, 19230, date, boom, 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 boom. There we go. Okay. So I bought a bit more Ecomi or OMI this week. Again, I think they're going to have a promising future. But then again, everything I have in here I think has a promising future. So someone said I should have added AVAX. That's a good one. I did not add that in here. I do own, personally, I own a lot of AVX. I did not have a chance to add it in here. That's a good one. Maybe that'd be one for next week. But it has run up so much already. All right, now let's do some quick Q&A. Yeah, Avalanche. They've opened up, Coinbase opened up deposits for Avalanche today. Tomorrow will start trading. Who knows when it's going to be added on regular Coinbase. But when it does, it should get a pump, especially on a good day. All right, scrolling. What are you drinking when BTC hits 100K Blue Label? I have plenty of Blue Label. I've been trying to chill my alcohol consumption, but maybe I'll get a Macallan 18 or something. I was at the store the other day. I saw it. It's going for like $400 a bottle. I'm like, wow, that's more than double Blue Label. I may be drinking that when Bitcoin hits 100,000. Should I convert some Solana to Avalanche? If you're too heavy in a Solana, sure. But if you're not, I would not rush to switch Solana out. Solana has been really stagnant ever since it peaked out. So there's a good chance that it could start running again. But Avalanche, I told you guys, I think it's doing the same thing as Solana. Can it keep going up? It definitely could. It could be right under Solana. But it really depends on your portfolio right now. Marshawn, let me know how it goes. I've been hearing good things about them, but since I know I could trust you, let me know how it goes. Luna has an upgrade tonight. I talked about this morning. Yes, it could be big. It could be big. IBC communication with Cosmos. It could be big for both Terra and Cosmos. So we'll see what happens there. And Solana too. Is Jordan in here? Staking ADA is never a bad thing. Okay, if you have a ton of Cardano, right, and Cardano, 72% of all ADA is being staked in a pool, right? My partner is Netscave, and they have a lot of resiliency. They have 4 servers running, or I should say 4 pools going. So if you want a good Cardano staking pool, you're earning 5%, check out Netscave. Interesting name. But Netscave, URLs in the description. Jimmy says, Avalanche going on Coinbase soon. Yep. Vet is on a short. I'm waiting for Vet, man. Vet needs like a jump start. And a Coinbase edition could be that. Could be that. Avalanche way overdue. Yeah, I should. XRP, you said, is it irresponsible not to have some? Eventually, I'll get there. I'll eventually add it in there. All right. I gotta go tonight. Having some guys over, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Anything else? Tether scores win in class action suit. Court dismisses RICO claims. I did read about that. I just didn't get to the finer details, but I guess that's a win for Tether. I don't know if that's a win for crypto, though. I think most people would prefer we move to, say, USDC as the standard rather than USDT. Cryptex Finance, I'm not too familiar with them. I'm not too familiar with them. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll let you guys go. Hey, overall, we're sitting right at 43,000, which is what Plan B said. Is he a Bitcoin time traveler? At this point, I'm thinking so, but long term, hey, Bitcoin is fantastic. It has been a clear winner. Nothing is close, and I continue to believe that it will be the clear winner going forward, and we're going to see a lot more gains within the next 3 months. So stay strong, my friends. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Take care. Bye-bye.